welcome back. This is going to be a sketchbook update video. Basically, I'm going to go through some of my most recent artwork and talk a little bit about each piece. Now in this video, I'm going over these illustrations, which I'm a big fan of the Portland Trailblazers, who are in the playoffs right now against the Thunder, and they're up 2-0 at this point, which is awesome. So I did these illustrations of some of the players, and they really took off on Twitter, and people really wanted art prints of them. So these were sketches that were just meant to be a little bit fun, because I started these as March of Robots drawings, and so I decided to do the players as robots. Well, they kind of evolved into something, so then I started making prints and selling those. But these, I'll show you the initial sketches that kind of started everything off. This first sketch is Damian Lillard. As you can see, I kind of made him like a robot. So I thought they turned out pretty cool. This was kind of in the beginning of a new style, that pen and ink style. You saw it in my last kind of sketchbook update video. And I was still experimenting on using that technique a little bit, and some of the brushes in Procreate. So like his hair, I used a kind of a texture brush, and I like the way that pattern looked. And then, you know, some of the little details, like on his chest, he's got the 4 quarters and 4th quarters in red. And then he's got his watch, obviously, because it's Damian Lillard. And if you know anything about the Blazers, you know about Dame time, which is the 4th quarter. So that's that illustration. And that was the first one I did. Then I did Yusuf Nurkic, who's their center, and he's called the Beast. So I tried to have a little bit of each player's personality in the illustration. So I gave him this kind of mechanical lion head for a shoulder pad. And you can see their armor's very different, but still kind of very stylistically the same. And it looks like it all could be made in the same universe, which is what I was going for. I kept some things similar, like their biceps are all these kind of tubes, white tubes. I did that for consistency over all the illustrations. This is their coach, Terry Stotts, and this illustration is funny. So I did his assistant coaches as the head's kind of floating around. I gave him a big egg head, and then my favorite part is his little drawing hands for, you know, writing up plays and stuff like that, and then his tie waist guard, or tie skirt, I guess, and then the one giant tie. This was probably my favorite one. I really got a kick out of this. So, and then obviously just all the hands for making play calls and hand signals and stuff like that. So, and then this was one I actually didn't make a print of yet, but this was kind of like CJ. So this is CJ McCollum, and basically his chest is kind of like all of his play options, like his different moves and stuff that he can do on you. And then I gave him, so his midsection is all these kind of rotating balls that kind of might swirl around, because he's a really shifty player, and I wanted to really show that like he can go in any direction at any time. So yeah, this one I did a lot of experimenting on. I tried to give each one of them kind of different drapery, I guess, different cloaks and stuff. Like he's got the ties, Nurk's got the big ol' cape, and then Dame has got kind of the ribbons on these right here. So each one's got their own kind of signature little. So this player is Al-Farouq Aminu, and he's kind of known as a defensive player, even though he's more like a 3-and-D guy. So I gave him all these arms, and I really like the way that looks stylistically. So he's basically this impenetrable wall of defense, which I thought was kind of cool. And then I gave him this all-seeing eye up here, kind of like to show that he doesn't miss anything. So yeah, but like, you know, you can really see that not one thing is similar as far as their armor and stuff like that, although very similar stylistically. And again, like I said, looks like it could be made in the same universe, so I feel like it really ties all the prints together, which I really like. This I didn't do a player on this one. This was Blaze, which Blaze is like some kind of trail cat, but he doesn't look like a trail cat. He looks like a dog. So I wanted to make him like a really scary, badass, like werewolf type thing. And this is the San Antonio Spurs mascot. So he's kind of ripping him to pieces. And this one turned out, I really like how scary and mean he looks, but he's still, you know, he's got all the same color scheme and stuff. But he still looks like he's tied to the players. I've had a lot of people, they really like this one as far as the prints selling. I'll show you the final prints here in a sec. These were, like I said, these were the initial sketches that I did that led up to the final prints. This is another one that I didn't do a print of. This was an initial sketch of it. So this is Myers Leonard, who's a center on Portland's team. And CJ went down at the end of the season with an injury. And so I kind of did this Master Blaster from Thunderdome type illustration where CJ is attached to Myers' back. And so the brick wall is kind of like Myers setting a screen. But this was funny because I did a Damian Lillard sketch a long time ago in my sketchbook. I don't know if any of you remember it, but I put him on Brooke Lopez's back. And Damian actually shared that on his Instagram account, so that was kind of cool. Although he didn't give me any credit, that's why I put Sketchy Travel on all these. Because seriously, it sucks when somebody posts a drawing of yours and no one knows who it is. So I didn't get any followers from that, but it got seen by like 1 million people. But whatever, it's all good. I'm just happy people got to see my artwork. So that's the sketches. I'll show you the finished illustration prints now. So I'll show you guys a couple of the actual prints that I printed. These are a couple of misprints that I had laying around, so I figured I'd show you guys what the actual print looked like. So that's the TikTok Dame one. So this is after I laid it all out, put it on 13 by 19 paper, and you can kind of see what that looks like. I showed these a little bit in the how to make art prints from home and sell. And you can get these on sketchytrav.com if you're interested. Not everybody's a Blazer fan on here, but they are pretty sweet. So, and they are all limited edition. So once I sell out, I will not be selling anymore. And this is the Terry Stotts one, the coaching staff. So I tried to do a little bit of a theme change with each one. So this one says Rip City, Dame said TikTok, but I did some elements that were all similar colors, and then the city of Portland in the background with Portland on there. I did take all the Portland Trail Blazers logos off here just because I didn't want to get into too much legal trouble. So now I'll just kind of flip through some of the digital illustrations that these were printed from. So this was the Dame TikTok one. And then if you didn't know, I'm a graphic designer as well. So actually that's what I do for a living. So doing layouts and stuff like that are kind of what I do on a daily basis, but I rarely do it with my artwork. So this is one of the first times I've actually ever really used my design work with my illustration stuff, which is kind of crazy. So that's the Nurkic one, it says Beast up the side. And then, you know, the city I use differently on this one. It's kind of faded in the background because he's a huge dude. So I kind of wanted to show, like, you know, the scale of him and stuff, which was kind of fun. So there's the Rip City. I added a few more heads of the different mascots. So that's like the Spurs. That one is, I think the Thunder. Yeah, so yeah, that one's Houston. That one's the Thunder, and that one's the Spurs. So it says Rip City on this one as well. And that's Blaze, the mascot. It said Blaze needed an upgrade for the playoffs. And here's the Alfarico Minu one. So his nickname is Chief, so I had that going across. I did a vertical orientation on his, or I mean a horizontal landscape version. So each one I tried to do a different layout so they weren't all just generic. Each one's kind of, it's got its own character to it. So here's the Terry Stotts one, and this one I kind of did it like a chart, like a bar graph, like analytics kind of going. That was the idea behind that. And then if you can see in the background, I did all these little plays going on back here. It was pretty fun doing these because I love basketball, and this was kind of a fun little combining two of my passions. I play basketball year round in city leagues and stuff like that. I have a basketball court in my backyard, so I play a lot of basketball. So being able to combine drawing and my other passion, basketball, was a lot of fun. And I definitely want to continue doing these prints. I might even do some for different teams, or maybe old legend type players, maybe a Legends series or something like that. But I had so much fun. I love this style for these finished prints. I just feel like they look really cool. I love the way the prints turned out. There's a lot of detail in them, and I love just doing these kind of robotics. It's just a lot of fun to draw. So anyway, that's the video, you guys. I hope you like it. You can, like I said, you can check these out on sketchytrav.com. And yeah, so the next video I do will probably be another sketching video. I'm going to try and do those like once a week. Next one I think is going to be sketching monsters. I think Elena's going to help me with that one. So, and if you didn't catch my last sketching video, it's just basically me sketching quick sketches, kind of showing you guys how I practice. And yeah, so anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys, and I will catch you later.